Hello, my friends. This is Kim from Mindful Ladybug Saves, and today is Thrive in 2025. Finally, I'm getting back to this. So this is where I'm going to show you where have done on the things that I have put on my list to do, my challenges. I also is where I'm going to update you on any health issues, anything I'm struggling with. And feel free in the comments to let me know if you guys are struggling with something and how you guys are overcoming it. Because trust me, I've got a lot going on right now. A lot. So we've got, just this month, I have 5 new specialists. I'm trying to think what they are. I have a colon specialist. I have a bariatric specialist. I have to go to a nutritionist. I have to go to hematology and pain management. So that's just this month. And there's other ones for next month. And and neurology. Neurology is one too. And neurology, I have 2 from 2 different doctors going. Pain management, I have from 2 different doctors going. So things are just a hot mess right now, and I am just trying to get through it, not one day at a time, but one item at a time. Because some days it's just overwhelming to think of all what I have to do. So I just been making a list. What's the most priority that I need to get done, and I get it done. Right now today was making videos, so I'm making as many videos as I can. This is late. This is Friday. It was supposed to be done yesterday. Yesterday I got into a rabbit hole. I don't know anybody else get in a rabbit hole and just find yourself in there and you can't get out. And before I knew it, it was 11 o'clock at night. So it was it was have to do with my health, but something my doctor had said, and then when I asked him about it, then he said he didn't say it, and so then I was like searching his office notes and all that to where he said it, and I did find it. But anyways, I digress. So let's get started. So I have 8 items. I tried to do them 80% of the time, each one 80% of the time, 80% of the time, if that makes sense. Which I can tell you, I am in April, obviously in the rest of May, or March, I didn't do nothing. Migraines came. Still having them. Not as bad and not as frequent, which is a good thing. I am taking ibuprofen, which is a no-no. I'm not supposed to be taking it, but at this point, to even struggle, if I don't do it, then I struggle to even get out of bed. So until I see the neurologist, I'm going to continue using it just so I can, can survive. All right, anyways, so the first one is pain control. So pain control, we're here in May. So pain control, so I know I was doing this off my knee, but then we have the migraines come in there. So this week, it really wasn't that bad. So what day is that though? Since I'm not here doing the first week. Nope, it is the first week. I am wrong. So it was like a 3 on last Thursday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong on this. It's okay. And then Friday is a 9. It was not when I walked, but when I would climb, get into the bed, and my knee would go side to side. No. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's what that was. And same with Saturday. These wasn't a migraine yet. And then we had a 3 on Sunday. And I like to keep my pain under a 5. That is what my goal is. Because there is things you can do to a certain extent. And then Monday was a straight up 10. It was a migraine day. It started out okay, and all of a sudden, it was just there. My migraine was a 10, and like it took like three seconds. It felt like I usually feel and build up. This one I didn't. It was just there. And then on Tuesday I had a 2, and Wednesday were a 2. So unfortunately there's no work. So today is as I get done with this video is DoorDash day, which means I'm going to have pain tomorrow. But that's just life. I got to make some money. So, Groshon, I didn't do it at all. Not once. So, we're going to skip that one. No spend. Where's the green at? Where is my green? Here it is. So Friday was a no spend. What I'm doing is I'm spending money. I really shouldn't really count it. Hold on. So what I'm just been spending on these couple of days was just, I went out to eat and I spent like $3.49 because on the McDonald's app you can get a chicken sandwich for $2.49 and add a second one for $1, and then you can still add a free fry that's in the app. So that's what I've been doing. So it's been like $3.49. So it's still money I shouldn't be spending, but that's how I talk myself into doing it because it's so cheap. All right, adventures. So basically, oops, did I do April's there instead of May? No. Pretty much out every day. I go tanning every day. So, and when I'm out, I go to the store. I do other things. I didn't go this day, and I'm not going to go today because I'm a little on the burnt side, just a little bit. So we're going to give it a day. So I got plenty of time to get a base tan before I go to Florida, so I don't fry in Florida. Okay, so this one was my apps for Make Money. Well, I really haven't been doing that, but I did have to change that to checking my blood pressure because I check my blood pressure daily because to see if I need to take my blood pressure pill or not. I would like to write them in, but I don't know if I have a pencil because I need a fine point. Here it is. So this one was 114/69. So obviously I can't even read it. Obviously I'm not going to take a migraine or a blood pressure pill. And like this morning, I was really low. I was 75. These boxes just aren't big enough to write them in. Not for me, for some reason. I am struggling. Well, that's not happening either. All right, enough. Let me see if this one will do it. Okay, we're going to the next one. 108/6. Yep. Okay, we're just going to put in that I did it. How about that? And I just let you guys know what the numbers are. I am going to have to figure a way to keep track because I need to keep track for my doctor to let him know. I don't really need my blood pressure pills. Saturday was 133/88. Now, that would be the only day. I did take it for that day, only because I woke up and that's what it was. Okay. The next day, but technically, if it stayed that and it didn't go any higher, I really wouldn't need it. Because my other blood pressures are good. Sunday was 110/72. Monday was 134/55. And like I said, this morning was 75/55. Tuesday was 128/87. I really don't need to take it for that. I mean, yes, I understand they would like the bottom number to be less than 80, but the top number is not high. So technically, even when I do our biometric screenings, 123/85, we don't recommend, the doctors I do don't recommend taking blood pressure pills unless it's over 90 and over 140. So basically, I only took my blood pressure one day, which was Saturday, only because I woke up and it was 133/88. The 134 over 55, since it was 55, I did not take it because sometimes I bottom out with the blood pressure pill. And it's only metoprolol. It's a really low dose of metoprolol, extended release. So, but I only took it one day. So if it keeps trending like this, I got to figure out where I can write these at. Maybe on the back. Maybe I don't know. So these number squares are just, my handwriting is just too big for that. So I'm good there. Now, movement. Okay, movement. God, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Not movement. I'm struggling because when I go to the tanning bed, I take this off and I leave it off because I go in the mornings. And then I don't put it back on until before bed. So I'm not really tracking enough. But I did honestly put the numbers that are honestly on here because that's what it says. And I also, when I charged it and I forgot to put it back on for part of a day. So now I'm probably getting closer to, I'm probably not getting my 5,000 steps like I'd like to, but I'm getting closer than what this says I am, because these are all going to be, see how many's going to be this color. Quite a few. Where's the green at again? There it is. So, well, maybe not as many as I thought. So that one was 2,486. Next one is 3,763. And then 3,007, which is back up here. Now my doctor has put me on exercise routine or whatever you want to call it, 3,300. That's still but unfortunately he wants me to do 150 minutes a week of cardio, and then this 1,352, that's when I forgot to put on my charged it. The next one is 2,273. So yeah, they're all going to be under. And 2,980. And then 4 days of 15 minutes of some kind of weightlifting, lifting weights. Well, when I DoorDash, I'm sorry, that is going to be my cardio 3 days a week. She wants me to go to water aerobics. Unfortunately, it is freezing half the time in the mornings here, and our place I could go to water aerobics, they only heat the room so the water's cold, and then if I go, the water's cold, my fibromyalgia acts up, my muscles go stiff, and then it's okay when it's hot, because then it's refreshing and it's good because I've been hot. But then when I go outside, it really feels good, but not when it's cold. So I haven't been going. Not yet. As soon as it gets really hot, I will, which I think is going to start being next week here. It's got to be hot in the mornings because that's when all of them are. All right, I've read a book. These are the new books I've gotten done. Listened to, I didn't read. The Tenant, The Lake of the Lost Girls, The Perfect Divorce, and It Came from the Trees. So I did all of them 6. I need to read 5 physical books this month. But I am reading. My CPAP. I wore it the other day, and that was it. It was 81. I am falling asleep before it's time to put it on. So I'm doing terrible. But that's okay. I didn't print off one of these. I'll have to do that later. I'm just trying to get these videos done. Right now, I am at 55 of the 100 items I'd like to get rid of. Did I finish something? I just finished something. Yes, I did. And I threw it in the trash. So we're at 56 items. I think there might be something else, but I'm not for sure. Nope, I think I put my lotion. I think that's it. So we are 56 items. So I'm almost out of a big thing of lotion. You know, my Olaplex. Some things I'm going to be getting done, getting rid of. So I'd like to get like at least a 75 before I go on vacation. I know I have all year, but I know me, and I might just slack on it and just not do it. But I need to get rid of so much things in my house. I did go in the basement the other day, and my daughter's stuff that she has down in there, she didn't put her lid on it all the way, and the basement flooded in her tote, and her tote is, it's wet, moldy, and so I've got to go down and put it in some vinegar, because those are her keepsakes. But I told her to take them with her, because I'm not going to be, I don't want to be responsible for her stuff, and I feel bad. But the basement floods, and what happened was it went running down the wall right where all our stuff was. And some of my stuff got the same thing. Even though my lids on my toes were all the way, they still filled up and they're moldy. And if I would have caught it earlier, I just didn't know when it happened. So all right, I think that's everything to update you on. I am going to possibly be scheduled for I am getting one more procedure. I might be scheduled for another surgery, and then for whatever the other doctors come up with, we will see what thing is. You know, it just feels like, you know, when it rains it pours. My body just feels like that everything is just going crazy at once. I'm hoping that some of my issues will be taken care of once I lose weight. And that's a struggle right now, because the exercise in my knee, I don't know, it just doesn't feel normal. It feels very weird still to do anything. And I still trip on my foot. My leg doesn't come up. You can see the tip of my shoes where when I walk, I scrape the tip of it because I'm not being able to bring it up all the way when I walk. So little struggles, but we're going to get through it. We're not going to give up. One item at a time until we get them all accomplished. Luckily, my sister is going through some of the same issues that I am. So we're going to the same doctors. We're doing some of the same things. So I don't feel alone. So she calls me, I call her, and we just bounce ideas off of each other and things. So I feel bad because she is like 10 years younger than me. She is 10 years younger than me, and the poor thing is already suffering as bad as I am, and I really feel bad for her. But with that, thank you for listening to my nonsense. Until next time, love you, bye.